There's a rumor that the WZ-111 Qilin is going to be a tank that is available in the black market this week, which is March of 2021. I'm going to talk to you about this tank. It's a Tier 10 heavy tank, and it's pretty good. It's definitely a good tank. It's one of the better tanks, and I'm going to do a comparison. The comparison is going to be among similar tanks, which means it's going to be Russian and Chinese primarily. The best tank of this style of tank, the type of hull, turret, etc., is the Object 260. They all have about the same penetration for regular rounds and for gold rounds. There are some differences. There's a few vehicles like this 277 which has better penetration for regular rounds, but for gold rounds, I'm going to guess that they're all about the same. In terms of armor, the Object 260 is the best in terms of armor of all of these class of tanks. Definitely one of the top tanks in the game. In terms of the other premium tanks and regular Tier 10 tanks, the WZ-111 Qilin, I would say it's second best. And the rest of them all fall into third place. So we'll look at the armor real quick. You see how it's 300 over here. The Object 260 goes up to 350. And a few of them do 300, like this 780 and the WZ-111 5A. The 277 does 290. In terms of the lower plate, it does 140, which is pretty good. You know, the top one's got 150, or in this case, 160. So the weaker ones have turrets of 250. So you got three levels in terms of turrets: 250, 300, and 350 for the Object 260. So you could argue it's the middle tier, but there's only a few tanks in that middle tier in terms of armor. And again, penetration pretty much equivalent to almost all of the other tanks. Look at the top speed. You see 50. Here's one at 59, 60. So it is close to the average, close to the middle in terms of the top speed. Traverse speed is 37, which is really good. That means it will spin around fast. I did an experiment where I drove around Himmelsdorf making as many turns as possible. And when I improved the traverse speed with things like clutch braking, I was able to circumnavigate the map about a second or so faster. You're going to get out of trouble a little bit faster, etc. So, is the vehicle worth it? We don't know what the price is going to be. I'm going to tell you that if this were for sale for cash, it would be around a $100 tank. But people are talking about $500. They're saying that maybe in China it sells for $500. And I'm assuming that if you do purchase it, it's going to look like this, which means you're probably going to have this style in the game. It does have a crew of 4, commander, gunner, driver, loader, which means no radio operator. And it is not a premium tank. Over here it says more free experience and crew experience, but I don't know if this is the finalized version, so it may not have that as an option, but you will be able to put your crew from your heavy tanks for China into this vehicle. Other than that, I don't think that there's any reason not to get it. I'm planning on buying one if I can afford it. I got 94,000 gold. I'm going to say if it's 25,000 gold, there's a really good chance I'm going to buy one. There's also a good chance it's going to be an auction format, which means you're probably going to end up paying more. Got any questions or comments? Please post below.